When I was a young girl dreaming about marriage, you know what I would say to myself? I would say how wonderful it would be to have a husband who despised being home with me, who didn't want to cancel their plans to be with me, who would always put me last or as a second option, and who would rather get drunk and pass out on his female friend's couch instead of being in our home. Ah, Eric, he's living the dream, don't you think? Hi guys, this is Brittany and you are watching The Fruitful Wife. I am your marriage cheerleader on this channel. You get marriage motivation, marriage inspiration, and I also review TV shows about where you guessed it, marriage. So if that sounds like something that interests you, I would love for you to join the Fruitful family and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it so much. Also, remember the Fruitful Wife has channel memberships. So go ahead and get you a channel membership by hitting that join button. That gives you access to all of the behind the scenes content, and it also gives you access to the private Facebook group where I'm always teaching series about marriage and about your Christian walk. So, Married at First Sight, season 12. Right now we're on about, when you see this, I think that we'll be watching episode 15 tonight, right? We're almost to decision day. Thank God, because let me tell you, these folks getting on my nerves, but I do want to see what the end gonna be like. I am torn, right? So Eric and Virginia, I said it from the beginning. I mean, the first video that I did, they were on my thumbnail, and I said, poor Eric. I saw from the beginning that this thing was a train wreck waiting to happen, and we see that it is still that. So on the previous episodes, both episode 13 and 14, we have them still bickering because their core beliefs are so different. Eric is conservative. Virginia says that she's liberal, and these two cannot agree on the major things, but they have such chemistry and passion physically that they think that through their physical connection, those things can be swept under the rug. But that is not so. I don't care how good the intercourse is, it does not sweep major issues under the rug. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't really like Eric. I think that he treats Virginia like a child. I believe that he's very manipulative in his wording. I feel like Eric is in a tug of war for a power struggle. I feel that he's controlling, although I would consider myself conservative. And I do agree with some of the points that Eric makes. I believe that he uses those points to oppress Virginia. But Virginia ain't free and clear. And I want to talk about this whole marriage has no definition and we can define it as whatever we want to, because I completely disagree with what Virginia said, and I completely agree with what Eric is saying. Even though I do not like the way he presented it, I do agree with him. And let me just say this: I don't believe that marriage can be redefined. I believe that marriage can be customized. I do believe that there are some core things that make up a marriage. And when you go outside of those core things, it is no longer a marriage. It is a situationship. It's a union. It's a whole bunch of other things. But what it ain't, boo boo kitty, is holy matrimony. Okay. And so I hate that Virginia's point to argue was that her passing out drunk on her guy friend's couch should be okay because we should be able to define our marriage. And let me just say something. I don't think that, a marriage is a man paying 100% of the bills, a woman keeping the house. I believe that there are godly, honorable marriages where roles can be switched. Let me tread lightly on that because I don't want anybody to get confused. I believe that the man is head of the household, and I believe that that woman is manager and overseer, right? But I do believe that a marriage isn't going to fail if a woman doesn't cook every night, right? I don't believe that a marriage will fail if bills are split in half. I don't believe that. Now, in my house, do my husband pay all the bills? Sure do. Glory, hallelujah. But that is the way that we have customized our marriage. I also have a career, and when he has been laid off, I have stepped right into position and continue paying bills and continue to move the household forward. My husband also does laundry and he cooks and he cleans as well. So that's what I'm saying. There is not one set mold for marriage, but I do not believe it can be redefined. Marriage isn't man's invention, right? Just like elephant is not man's invention. I cannot go and say, you know what? Elephant is no longer working for me. I think I'm going to redefine what an elephant is. You can't redefine something that you never created. You cannot redefine something that you never invented. Either you want it in its true definition or you don't want it. And it's okay not to want marriage. I believe that some people are to remain single. Apostle Paul in the Bible calls it the gift of singleness. And I love people who are out here living their best life, not needing to be married to somebody to feel validated or to feel complete. Because if those are the reasons that you're looking to be married anyway, then I can tell you those are the wrong reasons, and you are going to have a rough and rocky road in this thing called matrimony. I love people who don't believe that marriage is a part of the successful life. I don't agree that marriage has to be a milestone for every person. I really don't. And I actually believe that if you can remain unmarried, stay single. I am a huge advocate for singleness, even though I myself am married, have been married 10 years. If that's what you want, great. But I don't think that anybody should be pressured or to feel incomplete if they don't have it, right? I believe that there is beauty in singleness. I believe that there is a certain grace in singleness, right? But I also think that marriage is a beautiful thing as well. You have to pick which one is best for you. And Virginia does not want a marriage. She doesn't want a marriage. I'm not sure what she wants, but marriage ain't it, because everything that ERIK says that has to do with marriage, she rebels against. Yet, you see that your parents have not been successful in their unions. I don't understand. I honestly don't get it. No, you cannot redefine marriage. You didn't invent it. You didn't create it. God created marriage. God created holy matrimony. And if you want something outside of that, then have it. But don't call it marriage. And ERIK signed up to get married. He wants a marriage. And I do understand, not wanting to sit at home all the time and be a stay-at-home housewife or stay-at-home mom. I understand that. And I believe there's a beauty in having things and friendships and hobbies and careers. I believe that all of that is beautiful. But when you're talking about partying, when you're talking about, I got to pencil you in, first of all, and here are some of my core things with marriage. A marriage should be you putting your spouse first. They come first. It's a leave and cleave type of situation. It doesn't mean that you can't have friends. It doesn't mean you can't be close to family. It doesn't mean that you can't give your children your very best. But it does mean that when it comes to people, your spouse should be first. I believe God first, then people, but God ain't a people. So God first, then your spouse. That is the right order, right? And then you line things up. If you got children, that comes next, because your household is in that. And if you got a good spouse, then they won't let your children play second fiddle, right? If you have a good spouse, because you have taken the time to choose wisely instead of getting married to fulfill your fleshly pleasures, then you will have a spouse that will invest greatly into your children, right? Okay, your spouse should be first. That's the core. 2, my marriage should be safe. My marriage should be safe. That means that I shouldn't have to worry about being abused by you, whether that is physically, emotionally, verbally, whatever. I should not have to be concerned about abuse in my marriage, right? And 3, there should be faithfulness, right? There should be faithfulness. These are 3 core things. Faithful, right? Safety and priority. These are core things that should be in every marriage. And when you're saying, hey, I want, even couples who decide they want to open marriage, that's not a marriage. You cannot redefine something you never created. It's crazy to me. That's just like, you know what? I'm not really feeling doctor, right? Why do we have to go to school for so long to be considered a doctor? You know what? I'm going to redefine a doctor as someone who just really believes in their heart and in their mind that they're smart. And I believe that when you redefine it that way, you can put those initials before and after your name. So by that definition, I am Dr. Brittany Moore, right? Because I feel like I should redefine. And there's a danger with redefining things that are already established, right? Some things, yes, they need to be uprooted and they need to be corrected. But some things you messing with because you don't want to fall in line. You want your cake and to eat it too. And baby, that just ain't gonna happen. And you trying to redefine it is why your marriage ain't really working out. I know some of y'all don't agree with me. It's tight, but it's right. At the end of the day, this is a Christian perspective. I have nothing else to give to you other than the Christian perspective, right? And I'm not going to go to my husband and say, hey, husband, you know what? I want to redefine our marriage, right? I'm going to redefine our marriage, and I'm deciding that I'm not going to be home 4 out of 7 days a week because I just can't deal, I just can't deal. I really need a break from you and the kids. And I think that, even though I'm not working, even though I don't have a career that's, benefiting the household. No, I'm just out spending, your money, my money to be away. I'm gonna go on vacations with the girls, we'll hit up different spots, every weekend. I'm gonna have a 4-day weekend every week, and that's gonna be our marriage. Two have to agree. And I do believe some things are customized. Like I know couples where, the woman is over the finances because she has that skill. I know some household where the man does all the cooking because he has that skill. I know some couples that, decide, hey, we want to live in a tiny house and travel around the country in our tiny house and not be stuck just in one state. Marriage is definitely customizable, but it is not redefinable, right? Tweet that. Tweet it. Tweet it. Marriage is customizable, but it's not redefinable. It is what it is. And if you don't want it, don't have it. What y'all gotta say? What y'all gotta say? Because Virginia, honey, both of them getting on my nerves. But today I was like, Virginia, you really think that this man who been cheated on every single relationship he been in is gonna be like, you know what, Virginia? Yeah, while I'm gone, pass out on people's couches. Don't tell me where you are. Don't let me know that you checked in here or you went there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, don't let. Hey, we're free. We're free. Just call me when you need me. You know what I'm saying, Virginia? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say what that is. Yeah. When I call you, just when I need to be under you. Y'all know what that is, and that is not a marriage, okay? All right. So thank you so much for watching. I want to know what your opinions are. Put it down in the chat. Put it down in the chat. Let me know what you think. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to say, girl, bye. Because that's what I want to say to Virginia. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Be single. Be single, ma'am. Because that's what you really want. You want to be single. All right, I love you guys. I'm getting off here. Thank you for watching this quick video. Make sure you share. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Join the family. It makes me feel wonderful. All right, love you guys. Until next time, be fruitful and multiply.